great, great concern and should be for the civilian government as well. Professor Swaran Singh, let me come to you then. There are two things that have happened. There is the Indian diplomatic outreach, where we've reached out to countries that matter. We've told why Operation-Sindoor had to happen, what preceded it, and why Pakistan didn't take any action and India had to respond, and counter that with what Pakistan's outreach has been all about. They did it because India did it. That's what their logic was. Except that it backfired completely, didn't it?
Thank you, Gauri. In fact, within hours of India announcing on last Saturday that India would be sending 7 multi-party delegations of 59 members of parliament to 32 countries, Pakistan desperately responded by saying the former Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari will lead an 8-member delegation to 5 countries, US, UK, France, Russia, and Belgium, which has not taken off as of now. And then, of course, we saw Prime Minister along with his Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar, and of course, Information Broadcasting Minister Tarar, going to these 4 friendly countries where you just mentioned the response in Iran, where, of course, General Munir was also there to make it very high-powered delegation, is really mute, to put it politely. But that was only expected. Let me quickly, in 30 seconds, tell your viewers, India is 7 times population, 11 times GDP, 8 times defense budget, 2-to-1 ratio of weapons, military is 2.5 times larger, paramilitary is 5 times larger, and India's foreign exchange 45 times larger. And of course, the crisis in Pakistan's economy and society. So I think one can only anticipate that, it's a desperate effort of Pakistan to go to few friendly countries, including his visit to Dushanbe to attend what is called International Conference on Glaciers. Now, he's not going to get any positive response because India's stature today is very different, which is visible the way Operation-Sindoor was conducted, and the follow-up whole narrative is being explained to the world. I keep saying after 9/11 in 2001, United States had created a virtual consensus around the world on global war on terrorism.
Yes.
This is India's moment now.
Indeed, we give loans. We give the kind of assistance that our friends, countries, neighbors need. That's the financial behemoth that India is now. But Professor Swaran Singh, I want to understand from you that next step for India from a diplomatic point of view. We've sent out our message to key countries that matter. And we are now going to also focus on the next FATF meeting that will take place, because we want to choke those financial lines that our defense minister says lead back to the terror infrastructure in Pakistan, doesn't it? So how do we go about choking those financial helplines that come to Pakistan from these multilateral agencies like IMF and World Bank?
Gauri, if you see the conversations that Indian members of parliament are today having around the world, it does include Financial Action Task Force to take stock of what is happening in Pakistan, and the way the assistance provided by International Monetary Fund is enabling Pakistan to not just provide sanctuaries, but support to various terrorist organizations, Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed, and more recently, of course, the Resistance Force. And these are not terrorist or organizations that only India keeps talking about. The whole world, United Nations, United States have designated many of these, and these are known to have bases there. The biggest example, of course, remains of bin Laden in Abbottabad. So it's not a very difficult exercise given India's stature and the reality in Pakistan that India should build a global consensus. I keep reminding that in 2001, United States had built a global consensus. Take it to the United Nations, where India from 94 has been trying to create an international counter-terrorism agreement at the global level. India can have this as an opportunity to lead, not just in stopping Pakistan from doing nuisance to India, but contribute to global engagement of how to deal with this menace of terrorism. And I think that is where India can really find a very specific stamp of its own in international politics.
Absolutely. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you.